Hey, North Pointe family, I want us to continue to think about our spiritual health and how we grow in our relationship with the Lord. In this Sunday's passage, Paul is going to talk about his people Israel, and he's going to express grief because they don't know him. But in chapter 10, verse 2, he's going to make this comment about them. They had a zeal for God, but they didn't have knowledge. In other words, in the context, they sought salvation on their own way, on their own terms, and didn't listen to God, and are suffering, we're suffering, and will suffer for it. I think there's a principle, a caution there for us. We can be zealous for God, but we need to be sure that our zeal is being directed and guided by Him. And that means we need to be in His Word. We take off zealously without any knowledge, we put ourselves at risk. When we moved to town back in 2002, I was in an apartment building, and I thought it would be a good time to get in shape, and the little apartment we were in had a mini gym, and I would go over there and I would work that thing, and I would do all the exercises, all the stations, and one of them worked my shoulder, and it began to hurt. But what did I have? I had a zeal to get in shape. So I kept pushing through the pain, and began to see I can't, I'm having trouble lifting my shoulder. And at some point I couldn't get it past about here, and I thought, yeah, I better stop. And I went to a doctor, and he said, you've hurt your rotator cuff. I don't think you've torn it. Let's rest and let's see. And it turned out with about 3 months of rest, I was okay, but I learned a lesson. Zeal without knowledge can be very dangerous. So here's what I'm calling us to. First, with regards to our salvation, and then to our spiritual growth. Let's be zealous people, absolutely. But let's make sure our zeal is being guided by the knowledge of God as He reveals Himself in His Word. I look forward to seeing what zeal combined with knowledge will do in our lives individually and corporately.